everybody, welcome back to the Lair. It is Saturday here at the Lair. It's the 15th of April 2023, and I did come in to do a grace card reading, but I did something last night. I meditated over it's fairly new. I've had it several months, but I'm still kind of working with it and getting to know it. I meditated over this deck, my Star Codes Astro Oracle deck, and last night blindly I pulled a particular card. I did not look at it. And so now I want to share it with you, and then we'll do a quick grace card reading as well, okay? This is the one I pulled, y'all. It's progressions. And the message on the card is journey, okay? So heads up on whatever's going on in your world. Let's see what this card has to represent for us. And the number is 56. This is the card, if you can see that. 56. 56 is 11, which is 2, y'all. So whatever that means for you, okay? Now, I'm not going to read this word for word, but I'm going to let my eye kind of oracle scry it and see if there's something that pops out in particular that we might want to get a heads up about for right now. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so I am going to read this part. The action on this progressions card, which reads journey. Okay. Progressions do not speak of a passing thing, but to the big sweeping arcs of karmic fate, big openings, big transitions to your soul's journey. Your present situation may not make sense in the short term, remember, because there's a much bigger picture that we really can't see, okay? Because it has more to do with the big karmic pattern. That's what they're saying. You know, it may not make sense right now because it is part of a bigger, it's a piece of a puzzle that is your map of your journey, okay? And so be patient with your life and your progress and your process through this journey on the planet. Okay, it has more to do with the big karmic patterns and how those intersect with the karmic patterns of the world's progress, and less to do with your daily existence. In other words, it's really good to be here now, focus in on what you got going on, because that's your creative process. That's how you create your destination. But remember that whatever this is for you, whatever this thing in your vicinity, in your view, in your feelization circumference, this is a part of a big mechanics of part of the journey of your life, okay? It's only a small tad of the big picture that is this moment for you. And it's only a glimpse, not of what to come, but it's a glimpse of the progress that's leading to what is to come. Okay? All right, now, stand back and look at your life's journey. Think of the years you engaged with the world and the years you needed time for more personal work. Consider making a timeline or painting this landscape to see where you are in those big sweeping patterns. Well, now, what all they're saying is, and this is a perfect time to do it, y'all. We're about to have a Mercury retrograde and an eclipse. This is a perfect time to go into contemplation and look at your life and try and discern patterns. Try to identify those big turns that you took, the big portals that you walked through, and the bigger changes of your life and your personality, the personality inside, the persona outside, okay? Just look at it, okay? And realize that you made decisions that created that pattern, okay? So even though your life may feel like it patterned out like indelibly, via your decision making, via your ability to harness your own frequency, you can change that up at will, okay? Now, To help guide you in the moment, consider where you would like to be at the end of the year, or some far distant, point, and look back. And one of our friends on YouTube, Mr. Locke, he talks about this. He talks about taking time to visualize your future, get yourself into the mode of the future, and look back where you are, and then have that good sentiment about it. Like, I made it. If you're going somewhere, visualize yourself being at that somewhere and looking back where you are now and going, yeah, that was a crazy journey. I made it. That kind of thing. Okay? Project yourself into the future. Look back at this part. And the key for me is get the sentiment. Get into that feeling. Don't just look ahead. Get into the ahead. And look back at where you are. Okay? And it takes a little practice, and this is what you can do with some of that quiet time that you craft for yourself in your life, because you're doing that, right? Good, because it's good for you. Okay, and the challenge is, this is not a small obstacle or opportunity. This is a part of a complex pattern. This thing we're in, this moment you're in, this situation you find yourself in. Okay? Every choice you make changes how it unfolds. What I said. Okay? Gift. Trust the tides and set your own sails. Okay? Tides are going to do what tides are going to do. All you can do is set your own rudder. Try not to go upstream. And who was it? Oh man, I'm losing her. Well, anyway, another seer, and she's an amazing person. I'm sure you've heard of her. Oh, Esther Hicks. Esther Hicks talked about going on a raft trip, right? They were all getting into their rafts, and she and her husband and some people were in a raft, and some ball players or something were in another raft. And the funny point that she pointed out was it occurred to none of them to get in there, turn their boat the other way, and try and paddle upstream. Okay, all right, and that's kind of like a smarty pants way of saying, what are you doing? Why are you trying to scratch so hard going the other way when all of the current is going this way? Okay, and so that is part of your resistance to the natural creation that wants to spring up in your world, wants to crystallize for you. So drop the fear, trust in your journey, allow these things to progress, and that's exactly it. Progressions on your journey, they're for you. Let go and let God. In a statement, let go and let Source take that current with some grace. You take that current with some grace. All you got to do is keep steering your own little boat. Okay? All right, y'all. I don't know who needed to hear that or what that was about, but I was just led to do that, and I'll get better at that, I'm pretty sure. Now, I did pre-shuffle our Grace card deck. All right, so the first one we're going to pull, y'all. You know the drill. This card is a message from the Grace cards on how we can better serve ourselves when we're trying to interchange with other people, when we're trying to communicate with people in our world. Okay, we can all use that. I know I can, girls and boys. Did I mention what a beautiful freaking day it is here? It's a beautiful freaking day here. All right, and I keep summoning the clouds, but they still want to go on by. I'm like, give me some cloudage so I can get out of here. I can go outside. It's just a perfect temperature, and it's not going to be like this very long in the deep south. So I very much want to take advantage of this and get out in nature and ground, as they say. All right, y'all. Direction. Look for clues. Look for clues. Grace will lead us to the exact events and experiences we need precisely at the right time. Well, that's what I was just talking about. Trust the flow of your own journey. Trust in the fact that if you're having an exchange with another person, it's so imperative that we learn to slow ourselves, slow our own mind from chattering and trying to, ask questions that aren't being answered and answer questions that aren't being asked, and let that other person energetically come to you and give you what you need out of that exchange. But that's up to you. You have to be in the receptive mode. And we tend not to be in the receptive mode when we are exchanging with another person, because we got an agenda, we got something to say, we have our own opinion, we want, you know, but it's not just our forum right there in that moment. That's a 50-50 split, okay? So stay in your lane, go halfway, energetically go halfway. To do that, to not go over into their area, settle down and quiet down, and, you know, arrest the development of your prejudgments or thinking, I know what they're going to say, I know how they're going to be. No, you don't. You never know. And you know what? It's a lot easier in life if you expect the best, not the worst, because you're going to get the worst if you expect the worst, okay? And even when you expect the best and it's not as good as you'd like it to be, well, you know what? At least it's a lesson. There's something there for you, okay? All right. So the only way you can see any clues through an exchange with another human being is if you learn to slow yourself and allow that thing to take place. Okay, that's pretty much all they're saying. And then you will get that information. And even if it's not like right here in your mind, even if it, you know, files in there somewhere, that information will come up later in some situation or some, you know, opportunity in your world where that will be beneficial for you. Promise you. Okay? All right. Nah. This next card, y'all. This is the personal card. We love this card. This is the card that's going to help us navigate some energies that we might currently be facing. We know some sort of situation that we might be anticipating or, you know, trying to create, whatever. Just something personal to us. Something that, like I said, it's not on blast. It's just part of your deal, your little psyche. You know. It's hard to ask people, even if you do counseling, and I really recommend good counseling, and I recommend talking to friends and stuff like that, but you really can't get it from another human being. So let's just see what the grace cards have for us, because I really believe in the energy of these cards, and like I said, they pretty much always resonate. They resonate. There's not a card in here that doesn't resonate with pretty much everybody. Devotion. Devotion. Okay? So whatever's going on with you right now, whatever kind of thing you're trying to field, whatever kind of thing you're trying to navigate, let's see what the grace cards say about that. Stay connected to the divine. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go outside when the cloud comes over. I'm going to get connected now. I say, pray, express your gratitude, or ask for help out loud. Make the practice of devotion a daily habit. Look, talk to yourself. I recommend it. I got like 3 or 4 in here. I talk all the time to myself. But honestly, I don't know how a person doesn't go through well, actually, I do know how a person does go through their day without speaking to the divine or connecting with the divine, and that's when we keep our thoughts busy with other people's lives. Let me just call that game, okay? When you're constantly thinking about, well, what is this person going to say, or what are those people doing, or what we need to do is learn how to mind our own damn business, and I mean that in the most loving, sincere way. When you learn how to mind your own damn business, and trust me, you got a lot of business, you got a lot of growing, you got a lot of work, you got a lot of tooling we need to do for ourselves. You ain't got time to do that in your head about everybody else all the time. That means you're not getting anything done for yourself. It's like sitting on a couch and watching freaking sitcoms all day. You're living their lives. You're not living your life, okay? And what they're calling devotion for me is that's devout to yourself. Devout to yourself is taking some of that thought process time for yourself, for your own dreams, for your own motivation, for your own goals, for your own overviews, regularly overviewing your own situation in your life, where you want to be. How are you going to do that if your mind is constantly on somebody else? Constantly on somebody else's life? Constantly, at the beck and call of your neighbors and society at large? The news. You don't get it. You don't get that time. You're giving it all away. Honor who you are and give yourself the time of freaking day. Okay? We're not doing any good work when we're constantly consumed by another person's actions or drama or life. You know? And it's one thing to go in your mind and spend a little time like hoping someone's doing well, hoping someone's progressing in something that they're endeavoring. But the majority of the pie of your time in a day, spend it on yourself. You're supposed to do that. We've been taught that we're not supposed to do that, but you're not doing anybody any good to try and worry for them or spend your time concerned for them or spend your mind busy on what they're doing in their lives. This is about us. We got to do our own journey. We got to do our own game. And the planetary changes right now are totally in support of this. So everything else that you're doing, it's compounded. You know, all the time that you spend on something else, it's magnified. All right? Every minute you spend on yourself, magnified. Excuse me. So do yourself a favor and love yourself enough to give yourself the time of day. All right, y'all, I'm losing my voice again. You're probably ready for me to lose my voice, but I'm losing my voice, so I'm out of here. Okay, y'all? 2Ds, direction and devotion. All right? Look for clues, and when you look for clues, believe that something is there for you. You know, don't wish for something that you don't think you can get. That's a waste of time too. Okay? Look for the clues that God has put in your path. Look for the symbols and synchronicities that universe has provided for you. To see them, you have to stay connected to your divine self. So stay connected. Devout to yourself, devotion to your own journey. Stay connected to the divine. What's the divine? You. Pray, express your gratitude. God, I'm so glad I'm me. I got a lot of work to do, but I'm really glad who I am. Thank you, Spirit, for making me who I am. Thank you for giving me all these things that I've been through to make me who I am now. And I know that whatever comes up for me, I got this. You've given me every single thing that I need to face whatever's coming up for me. Have that kind of assuming the clothes thing. That's that kind of faith thing that will attract to you exactly what your sentiment is about. Look, I got this. I know I'm going to be able to do this. If this is for me, I got this. There's nothing that's going to pop up in front of me that I can't take care of, that I can't handle, that I can't navigate with grace. Okay? That kind of thing. Those kind of confirmations coming from you to you are invaluable. They're invaluable. They're like the most expensive and exclusive ducats that you can trade with the universe for what you want. Okay? All right, y'all. Beautiful cards. Color synergy, not too bad for Saturday. Yeah, a lot of red, a lot of brown. Very nice. Okay, y'all. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you so much. And don't forget, settle into that journey of yours. Let it unfold. Because it's not going to do you any, it's going to wear your little butt out to swim upstream. It's going to wear you out to constantly give your own genuine, authentic unfolding of your life a whole lot of contrast, a whole lot of resistance. Okay? So know that everything that you're experiencing is something for your soul's growth. Love yourself enough to allow these things to happen for you. You know, that's going to be better for your mind. It's going to be better for your heart. It's going to be better for your body. And that's being gentle with ourselves, which is exactly what we all need. We need to be gentle with ourselves. We need to, you know, have our own backs. Take it easy on yourself. Stop the struggle. You ain't got to struggle. There's no reason to struggle whatsoever. Let that beautiful current take you where you need to be, because like Esther Hicks says, every single thing that you really want is right downstream, right there in the flow of your beautiful life. Okay? All right, y'all. Happy Saturn Day again from the lair. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up. It does something real good for my channel. And if you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And if you care to share the video, I appreciate that. Maybe some of your peeps would too. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon.